Howdy, folks. This is Applegeek, and I'm back with another reaction of Rainbow Dash Presents. This is number 3 in the series. Somewhere Only We Know. I'm actually doing this back to back with the Cupcakes one that I just uploaded a short while ago. And after that one, I decided to quick check out the fanfic behind this one, see how long it was, and I ended up starting reading it, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much it differed from the last one. It wasn't a grisly, gory one or anything. It's a bit of a sad story, but really not really that intense or anything. So anyway, I was very curious to see what the RDP version of this story would be. So I decided I'd just go ahead and since I'd already read the fanfic anyway, might as well just go ahead and knock it out here tonight since it wasn't too late yet. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna get this going here and see how they do this story. Rainbow Dash presents Somewhere Only We Know, starting now.
Rainbow Dash presents Somewhere Only We Know. Today the sky is as bright blue as a bird's egg, and I am as forgetful as always. There's no gray clouds anywhere, which I'm about to be in big trouble for with my boss, because we had gray clouds scheduled today. I'd like it to just be whatever weather I feel like, but there's a system in place, and if I shake it up, then I get written up. But that aside, I got me some awesome wings. I don't know what I'd do without them. I couldn't be on the weather teams anymore, that's for sure. I'd probably have to get a job working at some kind of chain retail store, selling sweaters and toasters to little old ladies. I'd try to do a good job, but the little old ladies wouldn't know what they want, and they'd blame me for it. So really, I'm happier with my
I
government
cannot
job.
see Rainbow
And
Dash doing
besides,
that.
I'm a really good flyer anyway. That's why they call me Rainbow Dash, because I dash and I've got rainbows on my head and on my butt. One time I did fall, though. Okay, a lot of times I've fallen, but so far it hasn't killed me. 1 or 2 comas, the occasional concussion, and one time I did go into the light. But I went back again when I realized I forgot to turn off the oven. So yeah, good times for Rainbow Dash. Today I'm gonna hang out with my friends.
Concussion, went into the light. Okay.
Down to Twilight's library. She's always giving us crap.
Pretty serious
but I know
injuries.
She's stressed out from school, and it makes her feel better to have someone to talk to. Pinky's there too, and she's like, Rainbow Dash, how is your leg? And she asked me this because my leg is once again friggin' broken. Of course, I remember the last time I went in for surgery, some pony didn't exactly uphold the Hippocratic Oath. So I'm like, it's fine. So we hang out for a while, and then it turns out that I've been dreaming my entire life. My eyes pop open wide to the sound of a orangutan in a fine business suit banging a couple of cymbals together. And he's screaming, wake up, in his crazy monkey language. And I'm like, holy frig, I'm up. I hate the friggin' morning wake-up song. One of these days I'm gonna die from a heart attack.
Orangutans,
I used to fight this crap.
Didn't see that one coming.
And I'd be gone. Fence gates, hedges, walls, everything totally bypassed as I made a beeline for any point in space most opposite to the symbols. I used to drag like 5 orangutans behind me, them hanging on for dear life as I tore down the streets in blind terror. I don't get ridden a whole lot, which is kind of sad, admittedly, because Mr. Jingles bought me for his kids. His son, Flimmers, wanted to name me Thunder Crash, Destroyer of Worlds. The daughter, Wanda, wanted to name me Rainbow Dancer, Queen of Petunias. Mr. Jingles compromised with Rainbow Dash. He later added Queen of Pointless Destruction after they'd had me for weeks. There used to be other ponies living on the farm. Pinkie Pie had a stall right next to me a while ago. She was one of those horses that would do stuff like try to make the saddle fit too loose around her, so when the orangutans rode her, the saddle would slip and they'd fall down. All things considered, though, she was a pretty fun roommate until the day she escaped.
Doesn't seem like Pinkie, but okay.
Hanging out, and then I noticed Pinkie Pie on the other side of the fence. There weren't any holes or anything. She was just over there, looking pretty darn happy. Then she was gone, ran off into the forest. I don't know what happened to her, but Mr. Jingles bought a gun and slept with the lights on for weeks. I used to play cards and stuff with Twilight, too. She was always the boss pony, Alpha Mare Twilight. She'd be like, don't run so fast, you don't even know where we're going.
Okay,
and right. She was
what
the
went
smartest
down
pony.
with Pinkie there?
I ran her out, though. She's been gone all week, and as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much like forever. So I don't know if she's coming back at all. So, anyway, since I'm the only pony on the farm, or possibly even the entire planet right now, Mr. Jingles hitches me to the carriage so I can carry him and his family down to the city today. This is kind of exciting for me because, for one thing, I never get trusted with this kind of job. They put blinders on me, so I have to listen to directions. If I don't, then I drive everyone off a cliff, and then Mr. Jingles gets really unhappy. The other thing is that there's always other ponies in the city,
Yes.
so that's always
That's the
fun.
worst thing
I
that will
didn't really
happen if you
stress with
try
me
to
doing
run
this
up a
today
cliff.
because I broke my leg. So I'm really enthusiastic, but the horrible splitting pain keeps me from getting overexcited. I guess I probably should have kept an eye out for that gopher hole, but it's like hindsight is 2020, so what are you gonna do? So they hook me up to the carriage, and away we go down the dirt road to the city. The
I think
sky's
he must
looking
be
kind
a
of
really
gray today,
serious
but that's
threat.
fine because it's not my fault. Mr. Jingles, his kids, and his wife are all coming along for the ride. I don't know where we're going, but Flippers keeps touching Wanda's personal bubble, and Wanda keeps freaking out about it. Mom and Dad threaten them, but I don't understand most of their monkey language, so I just keep doing whatever. We stop, and Mr. Jingles shouts over his shoulder at the kids. I just kind of hang out. Some butterflies are out there. It's kind of damp. I've got an itch on my nose. Then we start moving again. Pretty soon we get to the city.
Hate that.
There's all kinds of really tall buildings, and there's like a million pigeons. They're all perched on
okay.
statues with dancing orangutans that spit
Looks
out
like-
of their mouths.
I think
There's
that's
one or
supposed to be
two statues of
Celestia.
ponies doing something.
The guy
Those are
holding
my
the
favorite
sword
ones.
looks like
Eventually we get to
the
our
horn.
destination,
Okay.
and Wanda wants to feed me for being such a good pony. I recognize those words, but Mr. Jinkle says no. He gives some kind of explanation for why not, but whatever it is, it's probably not good enough. Anyway, they leave me alone, parked out there. I don't know where they're going, but I am pretty happy. There's lots of stuff to look at, although I've got these stupid blinders on my face. There's horses all over the place. Most of them aren't doing anything
Planet
interesting.
of the
Oh man,
Apes.
they're there. Suddenly, in the corner
Nice.
of my vision, I spot one of those flowery little carriages. You know, one of the ones that drive in circles around town. They give you a blanket, and the driver gives a little tour of neat landmarks around the city. The pony pulling it always has a bunch of little bows in her hair, even if it's a stallion. It's so embarrassing. But sure enough, Rarity is pulling it. Mr. Jinkle sold
That's Rarity.
Rarity like forever ago. I'm terrible with time, but she's just pulling that carriage around like nobody's business. She's all brushed, and she's got little bows. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's her. I'm super excited. I'm like, Rarity, hey Rarity, 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 hey Rarity, Rarity, I like your carriage, hey Rarity. But she doesn't hear me. She turns the corner and then she's gone. I'll probably never see her again. So I'm just standing around for a while. I do my best to count pigeons, but they won't hold still and they keep flying away. Then suddenly an evil creature attacks me from behind. I can't see it, but I just know it's one of those creepy, non-crested orangutan males from the alley. I kick with all of my might in self-defense, landing my hooves squarely on a bucket. There's a splash, and
What
soon
was
a
the
very
little praying
angry and
mantis
damp
thing?
Mr. Jingles is standing next to me. He doesn't say anything. I think we both know that it's his fault. He sets the bucket down in front of me, and it's still got some water on it. I accept his apology offering, and he leaves me alone again. After he leaves, I swear I could smell apples. I turn my head, and oh my gosh, there's an apple cart, and Applejack and Big Macintosh are standing right next to me. They've seen better days, though.
What?
An impossible to determine length of time ago, there was a big zombie outbreak, but the disease only infected ponies. It didn't spread very much, but Applejack and his brother both caught it, and now they're zomblers. I'm like, hey guys! But all they do is grow
Okay, more on
and
that
beg
later.
for brains. Really, she wasn't much of a conversationalist after the infection, and she had to be separated from us a lot. She developed kind of a biting problem, which is unsanitary. So I'm like, how are things going for you? I broke my leg, see? Hey, Rarity! Hey, Rarity! Oh my gosh, he's back! Hey, Rarity! Hey, Rarity! Rarity, I like your carriage! I like your carriage, Rarity! Hey, Rarity! Man, I think she's ignoring me. Applejack just mumbles something about brains. It's all she ever wants to talk about. So I'm like, yeah, I heard your brother got gelded. That sucks. Can he hear me? Tell him I'm sorry. I can't tell if Big Macintosh can hear me or not. He doesn't have a lower jaw right now, so he can't make, like, faces or anything to indicate, you know, if he's unhappy about that. If I were a stallion, I'd be pretty unhappy about that. So they leave, and I see Rarity 2 or 3 more times until finally
Is that a
Mr.
zombie
Jingles and his
orangutan
family
too?
come back. They untie me and pay for the damage I caused when I went to go talk to Rarity, and then we start our trip home. It rains, and when we get home, Mr. Jingles gives me some more water and some oats so I won't starve to death. He gives me a long look. A really long look. I don't know what his problem is, but I think he needs anger management maybe. After he leaves, Wanda and Flipper sneak me apples for being a good pony.
Aw.
Those kids are awesome. So I got my food, and I got my water. Not a lot of life goals, but 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Plus, I got to see or at least think about all of my friends today. So I lay down and go to bed, and that's when I dream about being in Ponyville again. Now, I can fly around, and I even have a job, but I'm not doing it right now because work is lame. Technically, the sky can be as clear as cloudy as I want, with the only drawback being that I will get in a lot of trouble for breaking the schedule. Today, I'm just gonna let the clouds sort themselves out, because I'm going to the farm to play with Applejack. She's not a zombie in Dreamland, so our conversations are less one-sided. We get together and throw stuff through her windows. I score the most points. So, the end.
Yeah, I'm guessing Brainhook has a lot more points because Applejack probably doesn't throw stuff through her own windows, breaking them. And break them. Yeah. Vacation of feudal Japan. What? Random stuff thrown in the credits. All right. There's a scavenger hunt game I'm aware of. Some interesting little gem of knowledge about type of horse brands. Alrighty, well, that was interesting. Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind, this one didn't go nearly off script like the last one did. Cupcakes went like way off script for a lot of it, probably in an effort to lighten it up. This one here, there wasn't as much stuff that they probably had to mess with, so. Yeah, the orangutan thing, did not see that one coming. Yeah, I think in the original story, I'm pretty sure it was intended, the masters were intended to be people, like human beings, not orangutans or any other form of ape or monkey or whatever. So yeah, that was interesting. But continuing, what is up with Binky in these videos? Something went down between her and Mr. Jingles, where he now is arming himself on a daily basis with a double-barrel shotgun in case she comes around. And then with that zombie, the zombie thing was weird. With Applejack and Big Mac. Again, I think it was actually, it almost, I almost was thinking at first, then that's actually like more creepy than the original story. But I think I understand what they were going with that. What they're trying to do there. Basically, they're trying to, the whole zombie thing can be kind of humorous in a way, and then they were probably trying to cover up the fact in the original story, Applejack and Big Mac were apparently the description of their appearance. It sounded like they were pretty severely abused by their owners, their masters. So that was probably done to make more, like how can we represent their poor condition in a funny way? Well, make them zombies. It looked like their master was a zombie orangutan too, so it's like, well, that answered the question of like, why would any of the orangutans have zombie ponies? Well, there you go, perfect matchup. But yeah, but back to Pinky, that scene where they're talking about the outbreak. Pinky was there in like a hazmat suit with a syringe. Like, did Pinky infect them or something? Like, what? I don't even know where they were going with that. So whatever. But then the other thing that that guy in the alleyway that Rainbow Dash was thinking was attacking, he was holding a little praying mantis. I'd have to double check here, but I'm pretty sure there was a praying mantis just like randomly inserted into the first RDP video. Don't remember seeing it in the last one, but I'm beginning to wonder if there's something to that praying mantis thing. If somebody knows what the deal is with that, let me know in a comment. I'd love to know. Or if it's just some running gag that he's doing for just randomness reasons or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it was just odd to see that there again. Um, but no, overall, the story is actually really an interesting kind of premise to the story. I mean, yeah, it was rather sad with the the quote unquote real world part, but basically what it amounts to is that the world of Equestria as we know it is a dream state that's visited by ponies in the real world when they're asleep. So they're dreaming about I suppose ponies that are they're being kind of abused and mistreated and whatever. They're dreaming of better times, better place, better world for themselves, whatever. And it's really kind of sad when you think about it. It's actually something I might be thinking about for a while now. Just wondering about. It's like, yeah, what do animals dream about? And but anyway, as I said, it's an interesting idea to explore in a fanfic. If anything, I feel like that fanfic was the original one was just too short. Like it described a problem, but then didn't really bring it to resolution or anything. I would have liked to have seen that one developed a little bit further. So yeah, well, anyway, it is what it is. So well, it's just kind of a fun retelling of it with some quirky stuff thrown in here and there. Yeah, so this one just really didn't go majorly off script like the last one did. So there isn't a lot of funny stuff to think. Um, oh, yeah, the Celestia statue. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Princess Celestia, but the mark on her flank. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be sunlight or if that was supposed to be like little bananas, and I think it was just the sun, But it is it's a very clever design actually by the guy who did the artwork on that. It's I mean in the real world in the story, they ponies are just ponies. There was no unicorns or pegasi or anything, but Celestia that had looked like a big a big horn sticking out of her head, but it was just the guy riding or the orangutan on her back holding up a sword that it kind of looked like her her really long alicorn horn on there. That was pretty clever actually. Um, oh, and there's something else oh yeah, the thing with the rarity. Um, well, there again, the rarity ignoring Rainbow Dash. That wasn't really so much of a funny thing. That's explained a little bit more in the original story why she did that. They didn't touch on that in this, but Rainbow Dash going in, rarity, 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 rarity. I couldn't help but think as like a little kid, like mom, mommy, mom, 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 mommy, mommy. Like, if somebody starts, constantly yelling your name like that, I just like, would you want to answer him? Probably not. Oh yeah, some humorous moments in this one. So anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much about all I got on that one. Like I said, it's just a fun little retelling of that story. So if anybody knows that I might check myself here, but if anybody knows that there's any sequels to that fanfic, let me know because I actually wouldn't mind seeing some more chapters of that, see if they ever develop the story anymore on that. But be nice to see something happen in the human world to get justice for the mistreatment of the ponies, But anyway, yeah, no, that's all I got. So I'll wrap this up here for tonight, and just yeah, so be watching for more stuff, coming. I'm hoping to be able to get to more stuff this week. See how long it takes me to get all the chores I got to do around here, get ready for Christmas. How long it takes to get all that done. So, but yeah, oh, and be sure to check out. I forgot to mention my last video. Be sure to check out the piano cover that I uploaded. I made my own arrangement and piano cover of the song "It's a Pony Kind of Christmas" from the same named Christmas album for that had come out back in early November. So the MLP Christmas album. But I put a lot of work into that. Kind of proud of it. So I'll just check it out if you got just a few minutes and drop me a note if you like it. That'd be great. So yeah, that's it for tonight. So we'll catch you guys again next time.